Aloha. Sparkle, welcome. Happy Mother's Day to you too. Hope you're doing well. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna do a reaction to ABBA and ABBA from ABBA and Preach. There's a little controversy going on right now with the women he was dating, and I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I want to watch it with everyone. Okay, so let's get started. I'm not gonna talk too much, so let's dive right in. Let's go.
After we ended our relationship, because it felt so good to be free. Y'all ever been in a relationship where you start like forgetting yourself a little bit? You know what I mean?
Okay, I don't think I started from the beginning, so because I was trying to set up the stream. Let's do this again. Let's delete this and let's do this again real quick. Add file. Voila, perfect. Now let's try this again.
Whew. You know what I mean? You guys don't know, I actually made that song after we ended our relationship because it felt so good to be free. Y'all ever been in a relationship where you start like forgetting yourself a little bit?
I need to go salsa dancing too. And I saw the story going around, right? Well, like the lady that he was in a relationship with, ABBA was in a relationship with, right? I heard her story slightly. I didn't hear the whole thing. I just kind of get a general understanding. So I wanted to hear what he has to say. Then we're gonna do another live to hear what she has to say too. And I think she's trying to reach out to a few other YouTubers, right? So we're gonna watch that later on. But it's not gonna be all today. So I'm just gonna hear ABBA's side because his side is like an hour and some change, right? So let's see how far we can go into this. Okay, let's not talk too much.
Just for the end, that's the reason why he's not there. Now, some of you might read into it, Preach running away. We're streaming tomorrow, so we'll see you guys then. But
doing the right thing. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Right now, to talk about it, because it's worthwhile. Now, some of you who've been following us all year know that around the end of the last year, going into this year, I was pretty stressed out. I was dealing with a lot of shit.
This is the first time I ever seen ABBA in some kind of controversy, right? So far, I don't know. I'm gonna let it play for like 5 minutes, and I want to hear what you guys have to say too.
Very comfortable because I gave everything to a relationship, every ounce of me, more patience than I knew I had, and wore myself out doing everything in my body to make things work. And it just didn't work out. And
oh, she's a Filipina. Another thing I wanted to do too, because I wasn't sure when she went live to tell her part of the story, I wasn't sure if it's real. Now that he confirmed it, so now I'm gonna have to do a commentary on that to make sure, kind of hear what she has to say too, right? It's only fair, because just so you know too, I am a supporter of ABBA and Preach. So
you Filipinos, you guys are awesome. You know what I mean? Her family seems really cool, so I'm gonna always say positive things about the people them. But let's take a look.
My name is Libby.
God damn, what a dramatic ass intro. But that's who she is, okay? Now, I'm not gonna spend an hour going over this whole video because I don't think it's really worthwhile. I think the main concern is ABBA. You know what I mean? You got some baby mama drama. Is that what people want to know?
Doing the right thing. I didn't think she was Filipino. I thought maybe she was Middle Eastern at first. Again, I didn't listen to her. I just kind of heard some YouTubers kind of saying what happened. The fact that I do know he got her pregnant, right? And that's all I really know. So, but in terms of her race, I thought she looks Middle Eastern to me, right? But didn't expect that.
Essentially is that ABBA's like fresh. She got a girl pregnant and he just manipulated or bullied her or whatever.
He's drinking.
Or he abandoned. And that can be further from the truth. Could be further from the truth. So we'll get into all of those details, okay?
I think that's the nature of the beast when you make YouTube videos. It's only a matter of time before it's your turn. ABBA and Preach has been making I've been watching this since I want to say COVID, right? And very they share a lot of ideas that I share too, right? So it's so that's why I've always subscribed to them, right? But I also subscribe to people that don't share my ideas too. But one thing I would disagree with what he said is he had a relationship with a Filipino, right? And how is that okay for him to now say like he's not doing that? He's not gonna date another Filipino again. Like, how is she representative of all Filipinos, right? That's like him dating a Middle Eastern person, and it doesn't work out. He's not gonna say, well, I'm never gonna date a Middle Eastern person again. That to me is like, again, I'm trying to be rational, but that's not right. Okay, I never heard Abba of vulnerable. Yeah, same here. I have never in my life heard him that way. But it's also too is it's easy to critique others, right? And just sit there and say, and like kind of poke at what other people are doing wrong. So now that it's his term on the chair, so I want to watch how he handled this. Okay, so I'm very interested in this.
To be honest with you, so for all the people being like, "Oh my God," like, not really bothered. So. Me and her dated for some time, and we talked at length about what we would do if she got pregnant. And talk to me.
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. House of Queens. Welcome. Aloha, Nomad, and chat. Okay. House. I also have my little controversy I'm going through right now. I'm Jella. Aloha. What are you guys doing up? Like, it's 4:00 where I'm at right now. I woke up at 2:00. I want to sleep a little early, so I decided to just go live. I was supposed to do this like last night, but I fell asleep really early. Okay. So what are you guys up? What are you guys doing up? So this is gonna be good. So she cheated. So this is gonna be interesting. And please don't forget, if you're watching from the vertical, don't forget to hit the subscribe. I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. David from India, welcome. Add me. I will add you, David. Welcome.
I think it's disrespectful. She presented herself like this woman with such strong boundaries and not, entertaining other men. It almost was a lot. For me, like if I'm seeing somebody, if they're exclusive with me, that's all I don't.
See, that's true. I've never seen him this way. Oh, I didn't know that about him. Oh wow, I'm preparing meals. Okay, Jill, I'm working. Okay, perfect. So let's play. Let's talk in doing the right thing. Okay, and let's play this.
Yeah. So this is my ex. Okay, Libertine Kalina. All right. And this is the profile that I saw about her. Okay, so here she is. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. You know what I mean? She likes archery. She's a family person. You know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. So this is what I know about her. Okay. She cute. I might have some beef with her now, but I'm never going to say she was ugly. She wasn't a Chinese escort for everyone. So anyways, I thought I was shooting blanks, and
he's talking about what he's referring to is Amir and the other guy from the Red Pill community. One of those guys was talking about like how the kind of women they like, etc. Right? Come to find out, they're like dealing with escorts. So because Myron and the other Red Pill guys, because Abba has been going at them for years, so it's gonna be interesting, like their perspective now, right, of like this whole situation. So they're gonna try to interview her, and it's gonna get really messy, and I'm here for it. Okay.
We was getting it on, and it turns out I wasn't shooting blanks. Big surprise to the both of us.
Whoa.
You guys, I don't know why, man. Everyone was messaging me like, Abba, you stressed? I'm like, I'm really not. Okay. So she gets pregnant, and we had a conversation about it. And initially, she's like, okay, we'll do this. And this is the only time that she ever told me she wanted to have a kid.
Empress, aloha. Yeah, I woke up at 2:00. I went to sleep extremely early. So I decided to go live. I was supposed to do this last night, and happy Mother's Day to every single person here, okay? So today's Mother's Day. I'm going to be very busy today, so I wanted to just kind of get this out the way. It's 4:00 where I'm at. So again, I'm trying to do less talking, more listening.
I said, okay. I wasn't expecting this, but if this is where it's turning, then I'm going to assume my responsibilities. But yeah, let's do this. So this happens, might have been November, October. I don't know.
Sorry. We listen and we don't judge. I'm sorry I was on mute, okay? Apologize. We listen and we don't judge so far.
When it comes to kids, babies got control, women got control. So even if I didn't want to have the kid, if she tell me no, then that's what it is. I told her how I felt. I told her why I wanted to go forward with it. She felt differently, and she would waver.
Unfortunately, I have to give commentary. I just can't let this play. But wait, did I miss something? Is she in the U.S. or she's in Canada? Because Abba and Preachers are in Canada. They're both in Canada. So I'm a little perplexed about that. And again, I get both sides. So far, I understand both sides. Like, again, let's listen more. I don't want to like. Again, so far we listen, we don't judge, right?
I do love you, and I'm like looking at you, and I'm like, this guy's devastated. And then a part of me is like, I also don't want to, but I'm like, again, I was like in this triangle where like, okay, if I don't have the baby, things can still move forward because it's like we can still figure out.
All my friends, listen, my friends don't. My friends have nothing nice to say about her. Okay, they say she didn't have women were pregnant, it's lying, whatever. I don't say.
Is she pregnant? I don't know so far. I don't know, but we're gonna be again. I have to listen to her side too, but so far right now, I'm not gauging that she's pregnant. Like she doesn't want him to be there, so that's a little bit weird, but we'll see. Let's carry forward.
I know, despite what she's doing now and all this goofy ass shit, she's not a bad person. At least that's not the experience I had with her. Now, maybe I'm stupid, whatever it is, love struck, whatever you want to say, but I'm just not going to sit here and pretend like she's a demon or whatever, okay? And if you guys go back and watch some of them lives during that period, you can see it. I even talk about it, and I'm down in these bottles like nothing, all right? Because that whole 3-month period, 4-month period.
Doing the right thing, yes. They went back and forth a few times. Yeah, I'm starting to believe she wasn't pregnant. We have someone from Alaska. Welcome. Hey, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, okay? I don't know. I have to again, first of all, I don't even know how long they've been dating. Did he say that? I think it's more likely than not. She's probably going to tell us more detail because it looks like he just kind of jumped right in and kind of trying to I guess trying to suppress some of the controversies that's kind of going on with regards to did he want the child? Sounds like he did, right? And I didn't know that about him too, about him not having a low sperm count, and that's probably why he wanted the child too, because he doesn't know the next time he's probably gonna have a child, right? And so again, something like that. I feel like he wanted to take advantage of the fact that yes, this is probably a miracle child for him, right? But with her, I don't know. I'm not getting that she's pregnant, because you can fake a lot of things, but the fact that she doesn't want him there, that's a little bit weird. But let's carry forward. Doing the right thing says, let me use this one better. I heard they only been dating for 6 months or less. Okay. And do you know where she lived? Did she live in Canada or live in the US? And how far was their commute to kind of see each other? Just curious about that. And who reached out to who first, right?
Was not real to me. I would wake up and it felt like I was floating and I was, at the mercy of some bullshit. But I just try to be quiet, be supportive, and just try to do what I can because I just wanted her health to be okay. It's not my fault, so
I agree.
Abba can hold some L's. You know what? Let me go through all the L's that I wrote down.
I agree. If you didn't want a child, you shouldn't have done it raw. Point blank. But again, also, I feel like subconsciously he probably had this thing well, I have a very low account for him. I'm trying to put myself in his shoes, right? He's probably thinking he has a very low S count, right? Because I'm pretty sure, I think I already said the word, so YouTube has already hit me for that. So I'm pretty sure he's well, it's nothing is gonna happen, right? But he shouldn't have gone raw. Did he test her first? Because not just children that happen when you go raw, right? There's other things that can happen. So
even you ain't this happen, okay? Abba's many L's. Shit. Okay, here we go. I wrote a bunch down because I take some L's, and you know what I mean? Your boy's not against admitting to his faults. Abba chose her. That's a big time L. All right, that's on me. Whatever she's doing right now, at the end of the day, I chose her, so that's on me. Abba ignored some. That's what I did, okay? There were some arguments that we had that she would. I'm be honest with y'all. Look through the thread. I could post these if she fucking want to go there. Oh, but she would initiate these things, and she'd have.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I've never seen Abba like handle a situation like this before, and from where I'm from, the sector, right, this messy tea sector, right. Oh, this is common to like post like threads, right. I've never seen Abba done this, right. So I'm not sure if she knows that he's going to do this. He's going to retaliate this way. Again, retaliate doesn't mean like in a negative thing, like kind of like defend himself. Let's put it this way, right? Because it's not right for me to say retaliate. I think he's defending himself, right? Because I have to see what receipt she posted. So kind of like see like is he balancing her act by posting like a receipt to kind of like substantiate his position, right? Or is he becoming too messy, right? So we'll see. But this is gonna be good. I've never seen Abba this way, and this is a new Abba for me. But yeah. So, but knowing him though, like truthfully, he's probably gonna get this. He's probably gonna do this like one or two times, and probably just gonna move forward because his bread and butter is like his actual content, right? It's not about relationship drama.
And I was like, yo, you tripping. And then she would push it, and then I would retaliate, and then she would go, I would never. How could you say that? And I can't tell y'all how much that shit is triggering, but to be involved with somebody you can't walk away from and they pushing buttons and then you say something and they act like they never did nothing, it's pointless. Like trying to tally up these things, it just feels like everything you say afterwards is bullshit because you're always positioning yourself as a person who's a...
I'm jealous that he should have ran from that, right? So far, I don't see any red flags that he's saying she has red flags, right? But I'm not hearing any example of like what exactly did she occurred or what exactly occurred, right? That would kind of like trigger to me a red flag. Yes, he experienced that, right? But he's not really expressing that, right? Of like giving examples too. So I don't. She's a beautiful girl. They happen to have a child, like, and doctor told him like he has a low count, and to me this is a blessing child, right? And I'm not really hearing like I'm doing the right thing. Said they were together for like 6 months, so this should have been an example. So I'm not really hearing anything so far. I'm hearing emotional manipulation and gaslighting. Yeah, okay, but I need more. So let's listen for more. Hopefully he gives us examples.
They need to like really be, apologizing. Every argument we would have would be one of these four. And it just got so exhausting. And at one point I just stopped. I literally would not talk because every disagreement that we would have would end up in one of these four. Whole dynamic. It just does.
Absolutely.
So, to me, more than anything, all this is just sad. It's unnecessary to me. But let's keep going. All right, I see so many questions, and I'm going to see, y'all just give me some time, okay? Shout out to all the new members. I see Sasha Kerr.
And that's what I got from it, too. That's why I'm saying the red flags is like her saying she's at the gym, but she's actually out on a date. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so let's see here. We got Jesse, shout out to you for being a member. We got Zone D, appreciate you. Oh, yeah, I know you. Sweet dreamer of art. Someone said, Truth Seeker, donate $10. Yo, Ab, I don't care about any of this. I shout out. That was his words. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's reasonable for me to stay in somebody's life.
Okay, doing the right thing said, why sleep with someone raw after just a few short period of time? 6 months, I think. You think 6 months is a short period of time? I don't think so, right? I'm not sure if they got tested. I think everyone should do that now. Let's see. Also, why the back and forth of I'm going to have it, I'm not going to have it, etc. Right? I feel like that's because I can understand where she's coming from. I really can understand where she's coming from because, again, when he said he has a very low sperm count, right? And what I got from that is like the likelihood of him having a child is very slim to none, right? And I think that kind of made her feel like maybe it's not going to happen. And when it did happen, it's like they're not married. And it looks, so one of the pictures I saw with her was like with her mom, right? It's like, I'm not sure how that, like, her family's dynamic is going to be like, you having a child with someone that he's not trying to, like, is he going to marry? What's the next step now, right? Does she just want to be a baby mom, right? And it looks like they're not living in the same city, right? Having a child is extremely difficult, right? But doing it by yourself, when she kind of like, now, like, she sounds like, again, just like he said, like, she's a very thoughtful person, like, sound like she's a very rational kind of person. And I kind of understand that from her perspective, like, well, I don't know how you really feel about me, because in the context of like having a child and have to go through like all these years with the child, now I'm stuck with you for life, right? It's not 18 years, for life. What do you do now, right? And I feel like she's just taking that, and also the hormones, the pregnancy hormones, is just like, well, is this a good idea? Is this not a good idea, kind of thing? And I just feel like I understand her position. I personally do. I really do. And mostly not being married too, right? And this person living so far away from you, is he willing to like come closer to you to kind of like make this work, right? And he did say in the beginning, he was kind of like moving shifting some things around, right, to try to make it work. So, but that's what he's saying. Does she feel like he was actually doing that, or just like saying that? What was his action? How did she feel like he was interacting? Okay, so that's something different. Okay, and I'm jealous that the first red flags I heard was her describing the decision to keep the baby and not. Well, that's, I guess I kind of like talk about that too with what doing the right thing question was, and just her statement. So I get her point. I really do. I truly do. I feel like maybe if they were closer, maybe she would have some kind of comfort. Maybe if the relationship again, I don't like the arguments. It's like, to me, it's such like, it's like he even said himself, is like, it's nothing really. They were sincerely arguing about. So yeah. So I think I need more context.
Or ask anything, so I don't. So, shout out to Destiny. I'm glad that he's doing what he does. And in terms of politics, we still pretty much align on many things. Probably not Israel-Palestine, but a lot of other stuff. And yeah, that's the honest truth of it. As far as the whole court case thing and whatever, I haven't followed any of it.
Doing the right thing, I 100% agree with you. And that's why I have to listen. I have to like listen to her, and I'm gonna like after him, I'm kind of like gonna write some notes on, kind of like, so I can remember, right? Because why bring this to the internet? And did she have a YouTube channel before this, right? What kind of content does she make, right? And I have so many questions, but let me just carry forward.
Position, because she viewed some situations differently than me. That's normal in any relationship.
Exactly.
But yeah. All right, let's go on. So fast forward. We are trying to work things out. She's canceled abortion. She's changing her mind every night. And
I think this broke him. He is sweating. He is really, I've never seen him this way. Now, like, I feel like I have to go back to like during the timeline, right? And like watch some of those videos around that time frame to kind of see what's changed about him, right? You can just see like he's going through a lot. You can just tell like in this video, like this is really taking a toll on him, right? But again, that's why this is what I feel like some of the critique that he gets like from like what the red pill was trying to tell him, right? Because I'm not a red pill kind of person, right? I feel like a lot of those red pill guys, I feel like they like they're so anti women. I'm like, at this point, why don't you date a man? The way they talk about women, right? It's like, why don't you date a man, right? I'm not talking about one experience with a woman. I'm talking about like overall, like how can you generalize a whole group of people, of females, just say like they all act this kind of way because your ex is this way, right? So it's always been like my way of looking at the red pill community, right? It's like, if you don't like women, date men. But with Abba, I guess what they were saying too is like some of the red pill guys were saying like this situation he's going through right now, like how she's changing her mind or her way of doing this. But he doesn't realize that she's going through a lot right now. You have a human grown in you, right? And she's not getting the security that she feels like she needs right at this moment, right? You can be on the phone saying hi or how's your day going, but it's not the same as being there. It's not the same as like even appointments sometimes, like having to go there with her. And I feel like her having to experience that the first time, again, let's just assume this is the first time, right? I don't know that, like factually speaking, right? But let's just assume this is her first time and just dealing with something growing inside of you, right? Going through the morning sickness, changes in your body, right? And just like your thoughts, etc. So, and I feel like him just like trying to see this is like this black and white way of looking at it, like keep communication means this, etc. And her like really like, hey, I'm not sure what's happening, you're not here for me kind of thing. I got it, I really understand it. And hey, doing it right, 82 aloha, welcome, right? So I got it, I really understand it. So again, I think some of the red pill guys are really gonna have a field day with this, okay? But I understand where she's coming from though. So let's carry forward.
With me considering ending things between the two of us. And this is something that she would do throughout when I would think about ending things, okay? And I don't like showing this because to me, this is something that should stay private. She had told me that she was thinking of harming herself, okay? Now, this is not the first time. This is now the second or third time she's done this. All right. Okay.
Oh, he's going through some emotional wreck. Sheesh. Is she a Jag? Does she have the Jag spirit? Let's see. I see what you say with emotional manipulation now. Jella. 82. What's up, everyone? Welcome, 82. I'm doing the right thing. Hey, love. Let's see. Yes, I'm jealous that telling the father you're out the pregnancy out of the blue is wild. Yes, I understand, but I feel like there's a lot of context we are missing. A lot of like, again, this is a long distance relationship. I'm still not sure where she's located. Like, she's in New York, he's all the way in Canada. Like, and how is that working? Oh, is she all the way in California or whatever, where she's from, right? So I don't know yet, right? Yes, he looks broken. Yes, absolutely, I agree with you. I'm starting to question the necessity of the pregnancy. I can't even say that word right now. In the morning, it's too early to say that word. I'm starting to a little bit too. And now that she's talking about harming herself, it's a little too far. But okay, I'm gonna let it play for like a few minutes, okay, and don't interrupt.
You guys can see these messages. I can't explain to people what it's like to be in this scenario where you think your partner is going to kill themselves and they're pregnant, which is like...
Wow, this went dark.
She claimed she would sleep in her car, whatever it was. Okay, so this is something else you're going to learn about me today, which I never thought I'd tell you. But me personally, if I love somebody, like I will fucking blow through a wall for them, okay? And I don't... If I see my person suffering, I don't know... I see red. It's just kind of how I am. So, yeah.
First time for everything, right?
See what I mean? My girl here, she pushed me to that point, all right?
Is he going to go red
This
pill?
shit tastes so good today. I will say, Koreans, if you're a Korean and you're watching, this has got to be the pride of your fucking country. This is the most delicious alcoholic beverage. And the reason why I can do this, guys, to you, unfiltered, raw, the way she got it, is I told you guys like this at the beginning. I gave everything. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed at all. I gave everything, bro. And I don't know.
82 said, it's hard to be with someone who has mental issues. You have to be in a good mental state as well as deal with it, right? Yeah, but again, we were looking for red flags, and he did say a very big red flag, right? Now, in high sign is 2020, right? Is the fact that like he tried to break up with her, and she used the fact that her, like, alleged, right, that her sister was going through like another episode, right, of like dealing with drugs, right? So he kind of like felt like he had to like kind of like be there for her, right? But that's the thing about mental. Like, when you have, I don't like to use the word that is overused on the internet, right? A narcissist, right? Is that really a mental stuff or just like something else? It's like, I feel like when it comes to like head games, right? Some people play in relationship, right? It's just like, it doesn't matter if you have a good head place and someone is trying to play games with you using relationship, man, it's a whole different kind of ball game. It's a whole different kind of ball game. And that's what I'm starting to get to her from her, right? She's like, I think I'm jealous. I said that earlier, like a manipulator, right? So that's what I'm kind of like gauging, like, so far what I'm hearing, right? Like doing the I'm gonna take myself out, right? And I already took the pills just so to get his attention. I don't think she thought like he was going to call the cops, right? But again, you can be in a good mental state, but when you have someone who's like a narcissist, right? All they're gonna do is drive you crazy. They're gonna transform your mental like good states, like to very like a foggy state, right? So again, I think that's the first red flag I've heard from her. That's not good. And again, we're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, this is his story. Okay, there's his story, there's her story, and there's the middle, right? And the truth lies between the middle, right? So let's carry forward.
Kind of broken up about it, and honestly, I probably did some stupid things after the fact that I shouldn't have done while I was in that period. And I still need to recover. You know, it's going to take me some time to get those pieces.
Yes, 82. He was drinking during the stream. He was drinking during the stream to start it off. Yes, he started up the stream that way.
But I really did give everything. And I'll never be ashamed of that. So that's where I'm at with that right now. I'll keep going with this story. But right now, you know what I need?
A shot.
I need to hear some good stuff. I made that song because of her.
Okay, that's gonna keep playing. I have to take out the music. Music is the fastest way for you to get strike on YouTube. Okay, when it comes to like what I'm doing now in the commentary, well, I'm way overplaying his voice too, but I'm gonna have to like cut it off, take out some few parts. So what do you guys think so far? Right, I just feel like I want to play her video now, right, after this stream, but I feel like I'm not gonna be able to like have the energy to do so, because I really want to hear what she has to say. Like, I feel like there's a lot of rooms, a lot of things are kind of like omitted, right? Just the beginning of the relationship, how it played out, right? And I know, like, I sympathize with him. I'm jealous. I'm trying to be objective because I watch him, right? So I don't want to have a bias coming in like, yeah, she's wrong. So I'm trying not to like sympathetic to him, but I do feel like maybe, because take for example, let's say when she got pregnant, this is just an example. This is not, again, this is just an example, right? Let's say when she got pregnant, he's talking about, well, like his first reaction was like, no, you gotta get an abortion right now. Like, maybe that's why she was acting on that, right? Some of the things that she did. Again, I don't know that, right? But maybe that's what could give a rationale for some of her behavior, right? Because some of the things I'm just hearing so far, again, the fact that I watch him, I have a bias already, so I'm trying not to. So I'm just gonna try to go in there, giving her the benefit of the doubt, and just like giving a clean slate. Come back tomorrow night with video. Yes, I'm absolutely going to do so. Mel, good morning. Okay, I think the music stopped, so let's carry forward. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Fast forward. We worked through some of these suicide attempts, which I now feel like it's a bit manipulative, in my personal opinion. And yeah, we get to the next portion, and the next portion is things are smooth.
I'm starting to think she didn't
So-
have. She's not pregnant.
She knows this. That's the only thing I asked this
Not
entire
starting to
time.
think. I
She's
don't think
never
she's
told me
pregnant.
that she wanted a kid. All she's told me is that she's unsure or she doesn't want it. She's scheduling an abortion. So this whole time, I've been fighting for the relationship, fighting to keep the kid. Okay? And you guys, I have much more examples of this, but I'm not trying to go through everything because your boy trying to go dancing tonight.
Welcome, Veronica. I do. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. Also, I hit the like button. Wait, is this the Veronica that's always beefing with Jelly? Is this the real Veronica, or is this just a troll? I need a moderator.
Voice note that you guys saw before. I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle you not wanting me after the child is here.
What?
Yeah. So I said, I can handle you not wanting me. I can't handle having a child with you and then finding that out. Played
Okay, I can't do this anymore. Can you guys let me know? let me know in the chat. Did she keep the baby? Because I feel like this was gonna happen. She keep it, don't keep the baby. Don't keep it, don't keep the baby. Because I tried not to get the answers before this, right? But I can't do this anymore. I thought she went through an abortion, right? And that's why I'm even here to kind of hear what happened, what led to that. But I feel like straight in the beginning, it's like, yeah, this is actually more complicated than that. It's not keep the baby, don't keep the baby, etc. But okay, let's see. Veronica, welcome. At this time, Angela at 82 says she could have been lying just to keep him around. Now I'm starting to think so. This is a little bit kind of scary. I'm starting to wonder if there ever was a baby. I don't think so. But please, it's okay to leave. It's okay to like give me the to spoil the story. Okay, I'm really wondering, like, does she keep the baby or does she never got pregnant in the beginning?
out and just try to live. The next day I texted her, I'm like, you know what? If you could lie to me this whole time and keep me in the dark about this and me up with the betrayal that big, I don't want to co-parent with you. I said, listen, if you're going to have
What?
it, I prefer if you didn't because you've been wanting to have this abortion this whole time.
Abba reminds me of me. When I say the B word, right? People are like, oh, I can't believe he said that. They act like I'm not like, I shouldn't say those bad words, right? When he just said that, I don't know, make me chuckle. It reminds me of me. He reminds me of me.
Stage at 8. I left at 8:15. It's 9:03.
Yeah, I appreciate
You know how-
I appreciate you.
you know how-
Because you said you want to do this tomorrow, but I'm like, this can't wait. I want to go out dancing
I
tonight.
didn't know that's what you. I didn't understand that's what you were doing
Yeah.
until I realized I put the dots together, one on one together, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it is that. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You took the whole spot. You moved.
Because I was
you
going to
moved
do
me
some
out.
dancing. I set up a camera. I was going to do some dancing later. We was get a little session in. All right.
All right.
So I'll keep going from where I'm at. So
You good?
what-
Are you good?
okay.
The part where I get to call her a witch.
So when she hears that I don't want anything to do with her, initially she's like, cool, fuck you then. I block her ass because you betrayed me, so fuck you, right? I didn't say that
it's not good.
literally, but I'm like, be gone out of my life, witch. Tell me how.
I'm jealous. I don't think he dodged the bullet. If she's really pregnant, this is just the beginning. Oh, this is just the beginning. And that's why I'm kind of like, I'm done with like trying to find out if she's really pregnant at the end. It's like, I want to know now, is she really pregnant?
Bombarded by everyone in her circle with blackmail threats.
Why do you think? We can speculate, but
So this piece of garbage,
I thought she was nice.
Oh, we have to hear that. We have to hear that. Again, part of the story, of course, right? But we have to hear that call and find it.
betrayal I've been at that time and how she could do that to me after everything I tried, I was like, She recorded it. I was blown away. That's why I have the recordings I have now. Because when I realized she was recording and she was trying to build some kind of case, I said, I'm going to keep my recordings from the future going forward.
The phone number.
We can't see it.
I don't care. Fuck that ain't her fucking phone number. You see this? So she's like, yo, I'm going to contact the ops.
I'm laughing because I can see him. He's so pissed about this whole thing. He's just like, he's been doxing her the whole time, right? I think this video is gonna go down, right? Even in my video, I have to kind of like try to edit out like some of her personal information. I may have to like bring this video down later. Let's see what happened in a week, okay? Because I feel like after it's all said and done, she's probably gonna say, okay, let's let bygones be bygone, right? But take down the video and try to like wipe off all videos of this as an internet, right? So he may start giving us strikes because they don't give us strikes. They're pretty very liberal when it comes to like using their content, right? But I think me doing like this extensive like reaction, right? I'm pretty sure they can try to like take this video down. So
that is. I want y'all to think about how crazy that is. Someone you trusted, someone you loved, someone you gave everything to, and they had their friends say they were going to blackmail you by contacting the ops. Now, from her perspective, what she's going to say is, I felt abandoned. Bitch, you abandoned me first.
Nah.
Yeah.
he got set up.
Burn the whole town.
He got set up.
Okay, let's keep going.
He got set up.
And to give you guys an idea of how rampant this shit was, it was really weird. I'm not going to lie. Like, when I say I was shocked, I don't say that lightly, okay? And I'm going to play more recordings after. But I think it's always a good idea. I don't got one time. I got two, okay? Because we about to salsa.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, okay, to this channel. And also, I'm going to have Abba and Preach. I'm going to have their channel in the description of this video, okay, after it's done. Don't forget to subscribe to theirs too. And listen, because I'm pretty sure it looks like it's going to be more coming out because I'm going to follow the story. I think this is what I'm going to like focus on the next month or so.
Blackmail, I ain't tripping, bro. Like, put it out, whatever, just get out of life. A month goes by. Now I've had some time after she's harassed a bunch of people. She even contacted Preach, and I didn't even know until later. She started contacting, her friends were contacting people around me.
My boy, I'm going to
So
tell
her
you.
apology, she's mad because I didn't reply in the way she needed to. So now she regrets her apology.
My boy.
Keep that.
My boy.
Keep
I'm going
going.
to tell you something right now. Okay? And it might be controversial, but I don't think so. In my lifetime, I've seen many pregnant women. And I can tell you that much. The pregnancy is not the problem. It's something else. 1, 2. So her body changed while you saw her being pregnant, right?
What are you trying to say? She wasn't pregnant?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, what do you see? What certainty do you have except her
believe she was
word?
pregnant.
What certainty except her word do you have that she was actually pregnant?
Okay, so you think she wasn't pregnant?
That's
That's a very good question. That is a very excellent question. If I was him, when they met up, she should have taken a test. She should have taken a test. I agree with him. The pregnancy didn't happen. I'm starting to think so. At the beginning, I was like, maybe not. We don't know, right? Because that's why I want the answer. Like, I want to know if Tanisha. Yeah, I walked into it. Yeah, this is Abba and Preach. Yeah, so it's a whole like they're from the red pill community. They like call out the red pill people, right? So that's how I know them from like during like COVID. They blow up like during like covering like what's his name? The guys from like Miami, those little dweebs over there. So they blow up like kind of covering, exposing a lot of their like flawed logic. So, and I've been following them ever since. And now it's alleged that he got a woman pregnant and he left her, etc. And so far, I'm more convinced like that I don't think she was pregnant at all. But we'll see.
I'm not going to say what, but I'm certain.
You do?
Yeah, I'm certain.
Perfect. We don't need to go anything.
I'm going to defend her when I feel it's fair. She was pregnant.
First, fair, cool. All right.
So I told you, all my friends, all of them were like, blind, she was pregnant. Also, keep in mind, she never once asked me for money, ever. Like, it's not a gold digger situation or whatever.
Gold digger situation. It's a crazy situation.
Maybe. I'm just saying, the people run with that narrative, like, it just didn't happen. So I just want to say,
I'm jello. Oh no, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. Okay, my mic was muted. Sorry, guys. I was saying how she could have been doing this for the long play, right? Um, you're mute. I know. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She could have been doing this for the long play, right? The long play is basically yes, in the beginning of the relationship, right? If she was doing the long play kind of thing, she's not gonna ask for money. Then it's gonna be like she's gonna feel like he's gonna think she's like everyone else, right? You just want him for his money, right? For the long play is I think when she started saying my friends are gonna do this, right? Or the friends got involved, and the fact that she's bringing it to YouTube, right? I don't think she expected him like to act this way, right? I think what she probably wanted was like, hey, here's a little 50 grand right now. Here's a little $40,000. Now go away, right? Because she feels like people are gonna say, well, you did this to a pregnant woman. Like, how can you do this, right? And this goes against everything he's preached about, right? About the red pill community, right? So that's what I'm thinking the long play probably was. I don't, because that's what I'm trying to like, I have to like kind of like do research on her to see if she was ever on YouTube and et cetera, right? And kind of see if like, I don't know, just learn more about her, right? Kind of see if like, because I feel like there's money supposed to be involved. Like there's supposed to be some transaction because the long plays is usually where you see more of a lump sum of money comes in place, right? Because she's probably done doing this for like, again, like $10,000, probably like 50 grand or more, right? Because this right now, if she was pregnant and this comes to online, right? This can destroy his whole reputation because these guys are like, they're big on YouTube. I think they have like almost like 2 million subscribers or more subscribers. I have to kind of like look at it, right? So they can definitely hurt the image, right? If her allegations were true, right? That's if, right?
Man, why am I defending her? Yo, she a golden. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
No, it's just that all that I've seen people being wrong, and I've seen people being very, very, very highly hormonal in their pregnancies. That, my friend, is something else.
Sure.
Wait, is she pregnant now?
He probably stopped talking to because he was recording. He was just collecting evidence. Yeah, so they have 2.26 million subscribers, right? And that's why I felt like someone like her, the way she's kind of moving, is more for the long play. I a long play of like getting the money at the end, right? And I felt like she felt like, oh yeah, he's probably gonna like pay off a lump sum just not to bring this to the internet, and so not to like destroy his reputation and potentially bring down his audience, right? But I think Abba was onto something. He's like, nah, let's just burn the whole thing down.
Why I pulled away, and you guys are going to hear her reaction, okay?
Okay.
I didn't see any of that coming. You know, I also spent time thinking about it. I mean, as far as the end goes, by all her friends and threatened with blackmail. And I'm not proud of that response, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's about the long play. She's about the long game, long play. So she probably can get like a cool, at least 50 grand, 100 grand from this, right? Because he got the money.
Had to get away, you know, like, and you know, I'm really not someone who spends time being
But
close
still
to people
drinking.
around them or stuff like that. I'm generally very, very, very calm, but I definitely felt like, I don't know.
Damn, I didn't hear. I thought he was, had the sniffles. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that
It's okay. I know you know, but actually,
and I'm sorry that ended up the way that ended up. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you, like,
Yeah. What? He wanted the baby, but you broke up with him because you wanted to keep the baby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is it me, or does she sound like Kim Kardashian? Is it just me? Just wondering, guys.
like I don't know what the heck. My like cognitive ability was just like so impaired by all this pressure, and yeah, and then again, that's why I reached out to preach, and I was just so desperate to figure it out and do the right thing. And it was like soul.
And everything that happened with it. It's a tough thing for me. Be honest with you. I'm going to have to figure that out, and that's my own experience.
Yeah, I don't think she was pregnant. I'm sorry. Hey, I don't think she was pregnant. I don't think she was pregnant. But then she's gonna show receipts, but you can fake all those receipts. But I want to know, did he watch her take a pregnancy test? If I was him, that's something I would do. And then go into the ops. This is, to me, this was a long game. This is a long, like she said, like the blackmail kind of thing game, right? And I think people like him, Abe needs to like realize that just because someone doesn't ask you for money week 2 or day 1 doesn't mean they don't want money, right? They probably have the long game in play, and that's why she was talking about the baby and I'm gonna take the baby out, etc., all that stuff. And then it's like then he's like, well, I want to keep the baby, and she's like, well, kind of, I'm gonna break up with you because I want to keep the baby. Like, how does that even make sense? I think the confusion is to cause this fight in, so that way maybe so she can bring that information to the ops, like, and she was hoping that he probably would pay her off, right? Ultimately, I think he may just do that. I don't know. The way it's playing out, he's probably saying the F no, I'm not gonna do that, right? But I don't know. But when she starts to like come in the next week and say I have a book deal and start going on the op tour, right? Maybe, I don't know. So we'll see how this is gonna play out. But I'm definitely here for this, right?
There's certain things that she did, and she just doesn't recognize the gravity of it or what kind of betrayal it is. Go ahead.
Just in the way that you contacted me.
What did she
You
say?
were off. Oh. Why contact me? I felt like she wanted to use me. That's what it felt like. It was weird. It was like, I don't.
Doing the right thing. You said it's all about the money, and it backfired on her. Not yet, because in this YouTube game, you know how it works, right? His ops are definitely going to give her the bag to like interview her. So you're going to hear Myron, like, trust me. Oh, this YouTube street. Again, that's why I said he probably may pay her off. Because if he doesn't pay her off, the ops is going to do so. They're going to pay her off lovely, right? Or she probably can start a YouTube channel off that, of like saying, hey, this is what Abin Preach did to me, right? And it doesn't matter what you say, there's always going to be audience for that, right? They have 2.26 million subscribers. She can start her whole YouTube career off that, right? And it works. So in terms of like backfiring, like she probably didn't get the initial like bag that she wanted. If she probably know how she is, she may find a way to create that for her, right? Avenue to do so. So I'm jealous that 2 weeks after she said she was keeping the baby and dumping him, she ended the pregnancy. Yeah. So looks like she doesn't have the baby. I don't think she was ever pregnant. Now, the more I hear more of this, again, we're gonna give her a chance. We're gonna listen to her later, right? But not today. Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to do here, but it's hella weird.
Yep.
The making the rounds to contact the others. It's not you contacted one person. You made the rounds to contact everybody. Some dumb people fell in the trap. Fit, Fresh, Stevie. You contacted everybody. That is not, I didn't know what to do. I think one of the last things that you told me in that text that you sent me was, I think I know how I'm going to proceed. That's what you chose to do?
Yeah. Peep it though. Someone said, yo, Abba, stay away from these snow bunnies. She a rice bunny. It's different, okay? I promise. Fully rice made, all the way from the Philippines. Highly approved. Give everyone a shout out.
Nah, man. You don't have no bad words for her. She's a witch.
You know what it is, bro?
Full blown.
I made peace with it. Even this whole thing, like the reason why I'm like this, The feelings I feel is more so in regards to the pregnancy and everything involved with that. That's tough on me, to be honest with you. That's the part that gets to me. But her, like, I've moved on, truly, like, actually in my heart. And I hope she finds happiness. She's got issues and she got to go figure that out. And I hope she gets better. But I don't feel any type of way. The reason why I don't have any words of anger for her, to be honest with you, is because I'm over it.
And you know what the thing is? I'm sorry. I'm going to say one thing. I'm sorry. Because I do know some witches. And that's not what you are.
Yeah.
Because all my witches, all the witches that I got in my life, they're actually pretty good. You a succubus. You suck the life out of people. That's what you do.
I used to call her a vampire. I used to call her that.
Cousins.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what it is. And then you pull this. You're looking so dead on the video, your face not moving. Oh no, you a succubus. You look dead outside and inside, my girl.
Yeah.
You a succubus. I have no love for you. None.
Guys, I know people are like, yo, Al, man, I'm so sorry, whatever.
Yes, the night guy, Angela, the night guy, yes, Aberrant Preach exposed him. And he's never been the same ever since then. He's never been the same ever since then. I should have covered that. You know, this is what I'm gonna do. I think I found my new lane. Okay, I'm gonna focus on the fitness and just like and do like the this kind of like community stuff, right? Yeah, they exposed him and he's never been the same. So he won his lick back, and his like they actually destroyed his YouTube channel. Like actually not destroyed, like made it like made the viewers go down, right? Because how much they did such a good job, like. Call out his hypocrisy. So he's been on his lick back for a very long time now.
This live like 3 months ago, I'd have been fucked up. Right now, I'm actually in a really good spot. Yeah, I mean, life is pretty good. You know, your boy's slimming down, exercising every day, doing his thing, going to see people, see friends, family.
We're not friends.
You know what I'm saying?
We're not friends.
Just came back from my brother's wedding.
But she's a succubus.
So like this is, I heard the impression Fit Boys are here.
Listen up, yeah, do your thing because they're going to go. They're going live at midnight, so they need to gather some things.
I mean, I made this after me and her ended. Do you understand how much she was amused in her absence?
See, Afro just like me too. Don't forget to check out my my music channel. Okay, it's Nomad Journey music. Yeah, I like the song.
Not happen if I was still dating her. You know what I mean? We thank you, Libertine Karina.
No, I don't want no women, no. No, I don't want no woman. No, I don't want your cuddles, no.
Okay, I think my video is probably gonna be strict. They're gonna strike it. Yes. So anyway, yes. I think it's almost over. How long have I been live for? Let's see. An hour 47 minutes. So maybe give it like 5 more minutes. It's gonna be over. So what do you guys think? I look forward to like reviewing what she has to say. And I know she's reached out to like. There's another YouTuber. I think she's really big. She does a commentary, and her YouTube channel was like deleted previously before, and I think YouTube gave her back her channel. And she has this other YouTube channel too. It's pretty cool. She travels all around the world. Her big one is like 800,000. What is her name? This is like I think something Cheryl. So the girl contacted her. To try to get an interview. So she's reaching out to everyone. So yeah, so we'll see. So I think it's almost over, and I'm trying to think if I should probably go live again to like hear her side of the story. So what I'm gonna try to do now, let me just focus on this now. So yeah, so what do you guys think? How do you think he handled the situation? I honestly believe this is a long play. The reason I'm saying so is that it's just how everything is now. Like she's contacting the ops, right? Now she's going like the op tour, right? And the pregnancy is like, you want to leave him. You wanted to leave him because you were going to keep the child, but he wanted to keep the child, right? And I think maybe she never got pregnant. I think when she heard what happened, like the fact that he probably can't, like his sperm count is low, she probably saw it as an opportunity to say, you know what, I'm gonna make sure like I put it like this plan set in place where it's gonna like kind of like, I think she played more emotional like game with him because she knows that's something that would have held him in, right? And I think he just needs to learn from this. He needs to learn from this, and you could tell like that really got to him. Okay, so I think the music is over. Now let's continue.
Even be angry enough to say anything. I just accepted it. Oh, you hear me tearing up a little bit, boys? And then everything that followed afterwards was like...
She's not pregnant. She's not pregnant. That's kind of messed up because I feel like now he's probably going to live the rest of his life. Like, let's say he never has another child, right? Because of like his sperm count. Like he needs to see a doctor again, right? I think that he's always going to have that in the back of his mind. Like, what if that was real? And I think that's where he's stuck on now. Like, what if I was given an opportunity like to take care of a child now and I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I could have done this differently. I could have done that. I just feel like he got gamed. That's it. It's that simple.
Off, but I didn't say nothing.
Good, and it's okay.
That's a moment where you would use it. Yo, shut up.
Yeah.
When you say, oh yeah, you say it to me all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there. We just got a big day tomorrow. Let's just get through it. And like, that's me telling you, I don't like what's happening, but I'm here because I care about you. You know.
Whoa, I'm jealous. Says, you know what would make sense of her behavior if she was pregnant by someone else other than Abba. That would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense. But I knowing someone like, except he's like, this is what I was saying. I'm jealous, right? A lot of women usually date guys. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just. I guess what I'm wanting to say too is that I feel like knowing her, she probably would have like. Again, I don't know too much about her. It's just like what's given on the internet. Is I feel like she probably would have went through with the kid, right? Because like they take the risk of like going through with the kid, right? And I just feel like she would never was because of like just the emotional roller coaster game that she's kind of playing about. Oh yeah, let's keep the kid, but now I'm breaking up with you because I'm keeping the kid. And I just, and then do you know what it was too? Was the fact that she said she wants to take her life. That to me is like, no, I don't think she was. And House of Queens says, Nomad, do you mind giving me your email? I have something to ask you that's really bouncing. Okay. Yeah, no problem. House of Queen, I'm going to post it. Give me a second. I have to, if you go to my wall, right, I have my email on my wall, so I'm going to pin it again. So if you want to send me an email, so I'm going to pin the post that has my email. Okay. And let me let this play. Let me pin it up right now.
Like, maybe this is just for different reasons, and I don't think you're like malintentioned, but like, I don't try to convince you that I loved you. You know, I know I loved you. And whether you believe it or not, like, it won't even matter at all to me. But I'll be honest with you. Like, when we sat on a call and you're like, you might break up with me because you don't know if you'll be attracted to me.
And that's why you can see that.
This better be big. I'm with him. I feel like so far I don't hear cheated, right? This better be big. I'm waiting. It better be a good payoff.
This. She tells me that she has a product she's doing and it's getting popular. She's like, has this Instagram where she's showcasing her skills or whatever. I'm like, what kind of stuff you posted out there? And this is where she lies. She's like, oh, you know, it's mostly like archery stuff.
Oh, he's going to show it. He's going to show it. He's going to show it.
And butter, pray. Tell me.
All right, here it is. Okay, now look at this.
That's not her second account.
The account. Mind you, this account she never showed me. I'd ask her, she would never show it. She refused. I was like, why are you hiding?
So she has an account for her family, and the other one is her real fun account. I'm only gonna research it for. I'm only gonna look at it for research purpose. Okay, guys. So just no questions. Say, what are you doing there? What are you looking? Just for research purpose, okay? Because we're gonna watch her video later on.
But she's like, you know, I'm trying things.
You don't feel comfortable showing some shit to someone.
I know why she didn't show me.
You don't feel comfortable showing some shit to someone that you see naked? It's crazy.
Yes. And to someone who you say is your partner is supposed to be,
right.
Peep it. And this is why all this is happening. Okay? when I saw this, I was really, because it really made me look at her differently. Not because I actually care about this kind of stuff generally.
Again, I think context is very important. The fact that she doesn't want him to follow like women, but she's following a bunch of men and she's replying to them, etc. Right? But and also the clothes that she has on. But again, she has a family YouTube, Instagram, also like her real like product Instagram. But I still don't hear cheating. To be fair, I still do not hear cheating, right? Did she omit some factual information about herself? Yes, she did, right? But cheating, that's different. So let's see. Let's continue on.
Something. And she was doing the opposite and hiding and pretending. So when I texted her about it, you know what I did before I texted her? I screen recorded. Okay.
Ooh.
When I told her about it and then she got on a call later, you know what this girl did? She archived some of the posts. She archived. And when I questioned her about it, she never answered. She would dodge the question. You did this to me. You did. But I'm like, why did you archive the post if you felt like you did nothing shameful? Who hides an Instagram like this while they trying to court somebody? Or try to, no.
I know what happened. Yeah, she spotted him. That's why I want to know who reached out to who first. Because if he reached out to her, okay, maybe she didn't. How can she like take it spot him? Basically, spot him basically means that like she reached out to him. She knew exactly what he's like. She understood him, right? And basically foster like an image, right? To kind of like to align with what he talked about he liked, right? And meanwhile, she had this whole other personality out there, right? But that's what I want to know. Did he reach out to her first, or she reached out to him? If she reached out to him, yeah, he was he was a lick. And the payout, if anyone say, well, she didn't get that much, she didn't get money from him. No, the payout was a long game. Was to kind of set him up, like everything was happening, right? She didn't think that he was gonna go off like this, right? Because again, Abba has never ever had a controversy like this that I know of, right? Because I follow him, but you know how it is with content creators, right? Or YouTubers, right? They do have the main channel, but they have all the like their messy stuff and being on a different channel, right? So maybe he was doing some messy stuff on a different channel, but he's never made it to a level like he had to address it on his main one, like this controversy. So it's very interesting. I think she spotted him. She knew who he was, fostered a image that she envisioned that she thought like he liked, right? And then played him, and we are here now. Because this secret account, but I still don't hear cheating. Angela, I hear what you say, but cheating, like,
if my girl would have posted like that, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Fair.
But I would have a problem with you lying about it. Mm-hmm. If you post shit like that,
that's what I'm saying.
That ain't got nothing to do you, boo boo.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys are replying, I don't care. I don't care. Generally don't care. Cause why? Cause at the end of the night, you coming back home with me. You could talk. You could. I know it's business or whatever, whatnot. You just. I wouldn't care. But if you lying about it, it's kind of weird. It's kind of sus.
But my thing is, she presented herself one way. She took issue with who I followed, which was super PG. And then she was doing that, and she was hiding it, and she was archiving posts, and she was like, she's the one who can't be doing that.
Suck your boss!
That's what I'm saying.
I tell you.
You know what I mean?
Burn them!
You know what I mean?
Burn them.
So to me, it's like the hypocrisy in the life. And so when she did that, I'm like, oh, so you was doing this shady shit. You was doing this shit. It's like, all right, bye, girl. And then she got mad.
I already know what's about to happen. I already know what's about to happen. She's about to have an OnlyFans pretty soon. I'm telling you. She's gonna have an OnlyFans pretty soon. She's gonna say she's what is it called? She's not gonna show that much. And because again, looks like she cares what her family thinks. That's why she has this double like Instagram, like one for the family, one for like her real stuff. So she's gonna try to cash in right with this stuff. So she's gonna have an OnlyFans pretty soon. She's gonna say she's not showing that much. And then a few months down the line, when the money, because the initial pump is gonna be good. She's about to earn a few good thousands in the first like 3-4 months, right? And then month 4, she's gonna realize I need more. And then that's when it's gonna like the money, the love of money is the root of all evil. the love of money, right? And that's what's all this whole thing was one long play. Okay, that's what I think is gonna happen. Yep, OnlyFans bond. Yep, that's what's coming pretty soon. Because pretty soon she's gonna realize that Fresh and Fit, they're gonna try their work. Because Fresh and Fit, like Ab and Preach has been like they've oh my god, they just been dunking on Fresh and Fit for like years now, right? So this is their ace, right? But Fresh and Fit, these are red pill guys. They're not trying to give you $50,000. They're not giving you 10 grand right now, right? They're gonna try to capitalize as much as possible. At the same time, right, when it's all dried out with them, right? Knowing her other, again, that's why I said OnlyFans is coming up, because her other Instagram, right? And her not really embracing it during the relationship. That's kind of, it is messed up. It is messed up. Think about it. You've been in a relationship with this person, right? And you talk about having a child, etc., right? But don't tell the person, right? And the fact that like how she's like, what she's doing there, like she's selling something, right? And she can put that on OnlyFans, say, oh, you're only getting this, you're only getting that. But I'm telling you, the money's not going to look good after a certain period of time. And then she's going to do what OnlyFans girls usually do. So yeah, that's the future. That's what's gonna happen. I can see it coming. I can see it clear now. Give her a few months.
You're giving fuel to all the people that think.
I'm jealous. Said she probably already has OnlyFans. Yes, she does. I didn't think about that. That is gonna be publicly known, okay? Because right now, the algorithm, all the stuff is gonna start getting her information, her name, right? So he's gonna start seeing spreading. Yes, she has it, right? You know what? Let's try to find it. Time for me to go to Reddit. You're gonna find everything in Reddit.
My girl. It. By the end of the day, you're really it's just one crazy out of many.
That's it.
But you're just one crazy girl out of many normal girls, right? The problem was not the hormones, because the baby's not there no more, right? You still decide to do this shit now. Yeah. So that had nothing to do with the hormones. You crazy.
Yep.
Succubus.
That's it.
House of Queen. Did you say you did a reaction to my song? If you did, awesome. If you did too, send me the URL, right? Anyone that does a reaction to my song, let me know. Send me the URL so I can make sure like it doesn't affect your monetization. Okay. If you do a reaction, please let me know. Okay. So I want to like make sure like you're whitelisted, so it doesn't affect your monetization. It doesn't affect your YouTube channel. Okay. So please reach out to me. Thanks.
On, which I didn't do, and I'll own it. But all this narrative that she's building, it's all just bullshit. This girl is being shady. She was being shady. I still don't think she's a horrible person, but I think she got a lot of shit to work through. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, she had a lot of shit to
work through.
Oh, 100%.
That's it. But at the end of the day, guys, like, this is the best ending. Like, y'all don't realize it. I made it out of Shawshank. I'm Morgan Freeman. I'm all of them. I'm out.
Cause you're free.
So y'all can say whatever y'all want, but just think, I might have been tethered to that for my whole life.
He's not out yet.
So I'll go to my therapy. I'll do whatever I gotta do, but your boy happy. That's why I can show up to his life every day. Because just looking at her behavior right now, I texted her today. I was like, you doing this is making me so grateful that we're here right now.
Do you know why I think it's 50-50? Because he saw the signs, he's still winning. And let's not forget, he went in Raw. But to his defense, the reason why he went Raw, because he felt like, because the doctor told him he has a low count, right? So he figured like, hey, I probably wouldn't get her pregnant, right? So, but it's 50-50. Like, and that's why I said there's a lot of things missing. How many times did they do it? If we did it one time and you got her pregnant that one time, come on, broski. Come on. The first time should be, nah. Come on, you going Raw the first time? Did you guys even have get tested? And let's read some comments too. I'm 100% with you. I'm jealous. Jealous said she has I think one of your messages was like probably has a boyfriend account too. He's probably hasn't. He's Abby probably not the only boyfriend. I definitely see that. I can definitely see that. Knowing how she moved now, that little serpent kind of way. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I said it probably wasn't his baby. Probably wasn't too. I don't think she was pregnant. I don't think she was pregnant because, yeah, I don't think she was pregnant. I feel like she's one of those people that probably would have went through the pregnancy, right? And the baby would probably like come out, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's not yours," right? I don't think there was ever a baby. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it was a game for her. I think she was a long game. That's why she didn't want his money in the beginning. Again, I'd rather someone be upfront. Let's say I want the money upfront, right? Than like play the long game, right? Because the long game has all this ulterior motive, and that's the dangerous one. Those are the dangerous one, right? Because she wanted, again, this guy has 2.26 million subscribers. She figured if I go online and say I'm a pregnant person, I'm pregnant, right? This game, she says that, right? And he made me do this and this. She figures, hey, he's probably just going to shut it up, right? Say, hey, here's $100,000, go away. 6 months work for $100,000. Would you not do it? Would you not do it?
Wow. This live is going to be
I'll leave it public. I don't mind.
Leave it public.
Raw and uncut, no editing, nothing.
Oh, perfect.
Like you did her.
That's what I've been saying this whole hit. I'm not gonna lie. The sex was fire. The dates were fire. Of
course.
I'm not gonna look back right now and pretend everything was bad.
Of course, he's great. Fuck out of here.
God, ABG. You know what that is? Asian baby girl. I've never actually been in a relationship with an Asian girl before, but yeah, it wasn't bad. No Filipinos.
I shouldn't even smoke here. Well, sorry, my bad. Asian baby girl. My cigar.
All right, let's look at some of the questions, because some people had questions.
No, people went crazy with the questions. Thank you very much for everybody that did the donos.
So the members get their questions answered first, because the members are the most important. But I'll get the rest of you guys later.
Get the members. Golden member. Yes. I'm sorry.
How do you feel about her reaching out to content creators to try to paint a narrative? That really rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised, bro.
It's loser. It's loser thing. What happened?
No.
You good?
No. I'm not. It's just disappointing. You care about somebody, you try to go things with a good foot forward, and to find out they're doing all this other stuff, it's like you're hurt and you're gonna regret it later.
And do you know what I don't understand about her? If I honestly believe, right, because it's just people are just the way they are. I feel like if she was really honest with him, right, dating him, instead of being pure, says, okay, like, help me with my YouTube channel, right? I guarantee he's such a nice person, and the way he likes her too, I guarantee in the long game, 10 years from now, that would have paid more dividends than whatever game she's about to play right now. That's going to be a crash and burn. I'm telling you, in a few years, she's going to look back when the OnlyFans stuff, when all those things like start really, because this internet thing is a whole different kind of beast, right? That we don't fully grasp yet, right? That she's going to have all this negative stuff out there. The kind of guy now she's going to attract, right? She thinks she's bad. She thinks she's being manipulative. Guys are just as worse too, right? Guys play those games too, and I feel like that's what's about to happen. She's about to attract those literally just scammers, right? And she's gonna look back, instead of her just like literally just like, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, right? He would have helped her. You have someone who has just millions of subscribers, right? I guarantee that would have paid dividends in the long term than the game she's about to play right now, because the game she thinks she's bad. Oh, there are people badder. If you think you're bad, you haven't met the whole world yet. And the internet is the games they play. Jeez, the games they play, and she's about to learn. She's about to learn.
But it's just, and you're not ready to actually accept any of the parts. Like, that was a big problem in our relationship, is that she just wouldn't accept her portions of it. So that's how I feel about that. What else we got here?
We have a $50 Canadian.
She out of my life, so I don't have this vendetta where I'm wishing. I'm just like, go away.
Sir, no, she just got started. She just got started. Oh, hey, welcome to the internet. He's about to be tagged. He's about to be okay. He's about to, man, it's gonna get interesting. It just got started.
Let's see here. You can't donate 99 cents and get a red shirt. That's crazy. Someone said, it must have been very difficult with the back and forth. And though it is important to hear someone else's story, the fact that she went to other creators to talk about the situation.
Yeah.
You need Jesus.
I don't fall for that.
And a lot of it.
Yep.
Go to church.
That's it. But like, yeah, I'll talk about the rest of it.
Yeah, she's a Christian girl, right? She, again, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But look at her second YouTube channel, right? See what she's trying to sell over there. Come on. We're all selling something, right?
Contacting other creators. You might not like to hear this, but unless you were there in person, the clinic, the hospital, abortion results, then there's nothing actually confirmed. I appreciate you for that comment. Velour Duck.
Did a
She
big
contacted FNF like those two media illiterate queens were going to expose something.
call them queens.
A lot of you are weird. No one cares about Myron. I'll take, or his take on this, just need him to run up the ABBA and preach back. I don't mind.
Get paid.
I'm sorry you had to go through this. In relationships, there are so many difficult situations, and it's painful. You didn't get the results you wanted, but I think you got the result that you needed.
She is not ready, man. She's not ready. These guys have, again, 2.something million subscribers. People make content on them, right? People go digging in stuff that she doesn't even know is there, that she forgot, that she cleaned out, right? I'm pretty sure if I go to Reddit right now and try to find some detail about her, I'm pretty sure someone already has it laid out. like a lamb, going to the slaughterhouse. Seriously, man, she's not ready, because that's why she has a holy thing. I'm a Christian, etc. But she has a secret account. And I'm telling you, that's why I believe that, like, at first she's going to tell the family, yeah, the OnlyFans is like, why have this out there when I can get paid $20,000 for this stuff a month, right? But at $20,000, the next month is going to be $500. The following month is going to be $200. The following month is going to be $200, right? And then it's like, how do I go back to that $20,000? You got to do some strange things for a little bit of change. And that's when it opens that door, because that love of money never stops, right? And she's not ready for it yet.
Honestly, there's a lot more I could say. There's a lot more that's like vindicated, but I'm not, because I don't want the people around her. They don't deserve that. So I hope she stops being stupid about this.
I'm just going to address something.
It's a warning shot.
Abba, you a simp. You a simp, Abba. Abba, you been simping.
Sure.
You know what?
I'm gay too.
No, that's me.
They say I'm gay.
Swerve, yes. But I mean, that shirt. Anyways, Abba, you're a simp. You know what? I'd rather be called a simp.
I don't think
because I try to do the best that I could to be a good person, than being a bad person and realize I was bad. Sneeko. Yeah, Sneeko's catching strays as well. I don't care. Yeah. So you could call him a simp all you want. And maybe he fits the definition. Maybe a lot of things that he did was simpish. And I'll attest to that. That was crazy.
I'm going to start covering these guys. I feel like there's a lot of drama here that I'm going to start covering. I'm going to cover the drama sector of like the red pill, not necessarily the content like what they talk about, because all nonsense, right? But like some of the as you can see, like some of the drama that they go through, okay? And the king here, aloha, welcome. Fudd.
Yes. I don't know. That's me. And if you call me gay for that or being a simp for that, I'd rather be that.
No food.
I'd definitely rather be that. But once I catch on that you would suck your ass, and then you put this shit online, we could go on. We could go about it.
All right.
You need to lift your dance thing?
Might need it soon, yeah.
Because dance is gay.
Okay, almost over.
Dancing is gay. I'm going to go do some gay shit with girls.
Yes, gay shit.
Okay,
I think I pretty much
over,
covered
guys.
most of the stuff. I don't think I have much else to say.
Okay. That's it. Also, I have this big sty on my eyes. That's gonna come on Wednesday. I'm gonna actually go to the eye doctor. So I'm gonna probably have it removed, right? That thing is like, it's been in for months now. I think it's no longer a sty. It's like something else now. I morphed into something else. I did everything people say like to do for it, right? But it's still there. So yeah, so I look forward to like having my actual this stuff removed and my face being back to normal. But anyway, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Food, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this up, so let's see. Hopefully I don't get a strike, but if I do, it is what it is. And because they usually don't strike. But we're going to check her video out pretty soon too. So stay tuned for that. If you want to follow the story, please stay tuned. I think I'm going to follow this like red pill and this old manosphere, like kind of like drama they have going on. It looks like it never stops. And I want to get away from the tea sector a little bit before go into like a whole different kind of a sector. Okay. So thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. My personal opinion, I have to watch her. I have to like hear other things too. Is I don't think she was pregnant. I don't think she was pregnant. I think it's a long game. It's a very long game. And I'd rather ask me for the money straight away, right? Than like play that little deceptive game that she played, right? Because I feel like she underestimated him, right? And that's what it was, right? Because as she said too, she just quit her job. She's taking the social media stuff. Looks like she's gonna take it very seriously, and she's gonna be in for a very rude awakening. I think her best bet, if I was in her corner, like this, is how you're gonna play the game is, ma'am, don't bite the hand that feeds you, right? I think but again, she's cunning, right? I think she needs to repent, right? And really start practicing the religion that she believes in, right? And I guarantee God probably placed him in her life for a reason, right? And instead of taking that, right, and using that, but she want to play a whole different game, and it's not going to work out how she thinks. This YouTube streets are going to eat her up. They're going to shoot her up, and she's going to be another casualty of like this, like, everyone talks about you. The next day they just move on like it's nothing, right? And if she really cannot build off that, it's gonna look bad for her. Okay, she sounds like a very smart person, but again, we're gonna listen to her side of the story, and let's give her some like and views. And don't forget to subscribe to her, and also subscribe to me, and subscribe to Abin Preach. Okay, have a good night, and my contact information is on my wall. So if you want to contact me, if you want me to cover a good story, please let me know. Reach out to me. I want to try something new and different. Okay. Thanks for being here, and I look forward to the next live.